the safest strategy on the market is going to be break and retest, in my opinion. Break and retest is going to solidify whether or not the trade is going to go ahead and continue depending on the direction that you're trading. If you're looking for a long, then you're going to be waiting for an area of resistance to be broken and turn into support. You don't know what resistance and support is? Let's talk about it. Resistance, it's going to be an area where price decides to fall in a downwards direction. And it's going to indicate an area where sellers come in. Okay. So a lot of the time, these charts are going to be left to right charts. So they're going to start from left to right. So ideally, a lot of the times, especially with stocks and cryptocurrency, for example, the goal is for people to invest their money, okay, and get a return percentage on their money by buying and holding, okay? And over time, the stock or cryptocurrency should go in an upwards direction, okay? But whenever you see price deciding to sell off after going in an upwards direction, okay, that's going to be indicating an area of resistance. All areas of resistances are going to indicate our people are selling, okay? And they're selling because they got in way back to the left. Okay, so people aren't just gonna sit there and hold forever. So whenever you see selling or sharp areas of price reversing, that's gonna be people selling, okay? And let's talk about support. Whenever you see price bouncing within an upwards direction, okay, after a sharp reversal, price is gonna go ahead and find a bottom. It's not gonna go ahead and crash to zero a lot of the times. When it decides to find a bottom, that's gonna be called support, okay? And that support area is gonna indicate where there's buying. Okay, so wherever you see support, that's going to be where buying is at. Okay, so resistance is going to be where they're selling, and support is going to be where there's buying. That's the difference between the two. Okay, let's go over it on the chart. And before we jump into it, I highly recommend that you guys look at your chart on your higher time frame. Recommend you guys use your daily time frame to give you that global, broad view of absolutely everything on your chart. Okay, your 4-hour time frame is going to be used to see kind of more exact entries, okay, of the candlestick formations, okay, and then you can use 30-minute as well too for exact entries as well too. Okay, I recommend the 30-minute time frame, kind of the lowest you go for a lot of the times. Okay, a lot of the times you don't really need to go lower than that, but you can if you'd like, just to go ahead and verify your entry. But for the most part, I recommend you guys find the main meat and potatoes of your trade on the daily and the 4-hour. Okay, so let's go and let's talk about how to find a trade. Okay, let's jump into it. So if I'm on Tesla, for example, I'll go ahead and I'll start on my daily time frame. So I'm going to go ahead and determine what type of trade I'm going to go ahead and be taking here. Yeah. So what I'm going to go ahead and be looking for is either a resistance breakout, okay, or I'm going to be looking for a pullback. Okay, so what a resistance breakout is going to be when there's going to be resistance above current price, okay, and you're going to be waiting for an area of resistance to go ahead and get broken. Okay, so once price breaks the area of resistance, then price is going to try and head up within an upwards direction. Okay, but price cannot continue upward until it breaks an area of resistance above current price. Okay, so back to the Tesla chart here. Say this area of resistance, for example. If I go ahead and put a circle in this area right here, you're going to see price deciding to make an upside down V, okay? And that's going to signify an area of resistance, okay? So an upside down V area, just like this one, is going to go ahead and signify an area of resistance, okay? So I like to go ahead and verify everything on the daily time frame first, okay? And let me go ahead and confirm my entry. Okay, so I can go ahead and see this whole resistance area here. Now let me go to my 4-hour time frame. Guess what? So break and retest is going to go ahead and be valid. So once again, break and retest is going to be one of the most safest strategies. And let's talk about what break and retest is. Break and retest is going to be when an area of resistance gets broken and turn into support. Okay, sometimes it's going to be really dramatic, and sometimes it's going to happen just pretty fast. Okay, so sometimes might be something like this. Okay, and let me go ahead and show you guys this, for example. Check out this area of resistance right here. Okay, so this area of resistance right here decided to make price decide to fall in a downwards direction. Okay, and then price decided to start staircasing down. Okay, now I'm on my 4-hour time frame here, And the time frames that I'm on is going to depict the amount of candlesticks that I see each time. Okay, so if I'm on the daily, each one of the candlesticks will show me 1 day worth of time. If I'm on the 4 hour, each one of these candlesticks will show me 4 hours worth of time. Okay, so check it. This area of resistance right here is going to be an area of resistance because price decided to stop going up, find a mini top, and then fall in a downwards direction. That's going to be key information. Okay, price decided to pass above the orange line, as you guys can go ahead and see. And just like the drawing here, okay, resistance got passed and turned into support. So guess what? The orange line is going to indicate where the resistance is over here. Okay. And guess what? Resistance got broken past and turned into support. So check out these support candles right here. So price got broken past the orange line, and then price decided to turn the resistance all the way over here into support candles. Okay, I'm on my 4 hour time frame, and then I could even check it out on my 30-minute to see things a little closer. Okay, so 30-minute resistance, you can go ahead and see it all the way over here. Okay, look at this whole area. And then I can go ahead and check over to the right. The resistance getting broken at the orange line, turning into support, and then price decided to continue within a upward direction. Okay, working retest is going to be one of the most surefire ways to trade, inshallah. Okay, just trust God, trust your trade. And let me go ahead and talk about take profits. So take profits, it's going to stand for pretty much when you're going to close, when you're going to exit, and when you're going to get your money. Okay, so that's what take profit is. So TP, take profit, whatever. Okay, so we know what an entry is. So I'm going to go back to my daily time frame. If I'm in a long trade, ideally meaning I'm waiting for price to go in an upward direction. So if I bought at an area of resistance that got broken and it turned into support, okay, I would go ahead and try and make my take profit either an area of resistance or an area of support above current price. Okay, let me go ahead and show you guys an example. So if I go back here, yeah, our entry is going to be go ahead and right here, okay, where the orange line is. Let me go to my daily. Yeah, my take profit ideally would be either an area of resistance or support above current price. Okay, maybe up here. Okay, at this area of resistance potentially. Okay, and I also have this area here too, and I have this area right here. Okay, I can go to my 4 hour time frame, zoom out, and let me check things out here. Okay, so I can go ahead and see. Guess what? Guess what over here too? Support. Okay, and let me go ahead and talk to you guys about a flow too. So this is where the whole flow comes from. So reading this from a left to right chart is going to be absolutely amazing. So check out this area of support here. Okay, so before we talk about the take profit, let's talk about this. So just like resistance can be broken and turn into support, okay, support can be broken and turn into resistance. And that's exactly what happened here. So I want you guys to look at this area of support right here that was formed. Price decided to bounce up temporarily, okay, and stopped at this area of resistance. So we know that this area of resistance is going to be important. So this is going to be our take profit, okay. But this came from this area of support, okay. And this area of support turned into an area of resistance over here, okay. So support can be broken and turn into resistance, okay. So support can be broken and turn into resistance. Okay, so support right here can be broken and turn into resistance. Support got broken and turned into resistance. Okay. So it's just about taking your time, really analyzing the chart, really knowing what you're looking at, and just trusting the process, trusting the intellect that God gave you, and just studying the charts, studying the reactions, and kind of sticking your higher time frames. Okay. So support got broken, turned into resistance, and price decided to fall within a downwards direction from there. Okay. And then it decided to find a support level, it seems, kind of right here at this area. Support, 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 support. So price decided to keep bouncing kind of in the same area and then decided to go ahead and go up. Okay. So That's going to be one example of break and retest. Let me go and show you guys another example here. We are not done. We're going to keep studying, keep grinding, and studying the reactions over and over again is going to give you a good broad view. Okay, so ideally, I can go ahead and check here too. AVGO, here's an example. Okay, area of resistance. Okay, area of resistance right here decided to get broken past. Okay, you don't have to enter on the breakout candle. You can wait for price to come back, pull back to the area of resistance, and turn it into support. Okay, so waiting for the area of resistance to be broken. Okay, you don't have to enter on the breakout. You can wait for the pullback, and if the area of resistance turns into support, then you can go ahead and enter, inshallah. Okay, and then take it back up. Okay, let's go over another example. So Visa here. Okay, let's go over a short example here. Okay, because market's not going to always be in an uptrend, and if you guys want to go ahead and short, okay, here's an example. So just like we know, once again, resistance can be broken and turn into support. Once again, support can be broken and turn into resistance. Okay, support can be broken and once again turn into resistance, and then price can go ahead and trickle within a downwards direction. Okay, so check this out here. So on Visa, this is something that happened here. Support right here. Okay, check out this area of support. It decided to go ahead and get broken right here. So at this candle right here, price decided to get broken out. Price decided to break out, okay, of the support level, and then it turned into resistance. Okay, check it. So resistance, okay, support got broken, okay, look at this candle right here, and then it turned into resistance right here. And then price decided to fall in a downwards direction, okay? And then it's gonna try and go ahead and keep on filling, okay? It filled this area of support right here, okay? And then we'll see if price wants to fill maybe this support area right here, okay? And then maybe down here. So something like this is how I would go ahead and base my trades and my levels. Okay, I would just mark the heaviest areas of support. If I see support get turned to resistance, then I can take it down to the next level of support or resistance below current price and play the gap fills. Okay, let's go over another example here. So Bitcoin, okay, even if you guys are a Bitcoin trader, okay, same thing. This works for crypto, forex, options, whatever you trade. Check this out here, okay. You could either wait for an area of resistance above current price, right, to be broken and see if it turns to support, and then go ahead and get in. Okay, if it doesn't happen at this resistance, you could try this resistance. Okay, if it doesn't happen at this one, you could try this resistance. Okay, or you could go ahead and do what's called a pullback strategy. Okay, so pullback is going to incur when price decides to come back to a certain level. So check out this area of resistance right here. So resistance, resistance. Okay, price got broken out and turned into support. Okay, and then price decided to trickle up. Okay, but if price decides to fall back down to this area, I would know this would be a safe area to go ahead and rebuy and then take it all the way back up. Okay, so you can wait for price to pull back to certain areas. If you only see one retest tap, a lot of the times price might tap it again one day. If it taps it again one day, then you can go ahead and take it up. Okay, and it's going to try and tap a retest level twice. If it's only tapped it once, it continued up for a long time. Inshallah, one day it might tap it again. Okay, it might. Okay, and if it taps it again and holds it, a lot of time that's going to be a key level because it wants to see if that support area is really strong. It's like, hold on, how did all that price action just come from that one retest level? So it's going to go down. Sellers are going to try and test it again. And if buyers hold it there, it's going to go ahead and shoot back up, inshallah. Okay. So trading retest is really just about patience. Patience, not getting faked out is going to be how patient you are. Okay. So even check out this example here on Ethereum. Okay. Say if I wanted to catch a pullback, okay, then I could go ahead and wait for price to come back to either one of the areas of resistances down here. Okay, I could see a tiny retest level right here from this resistance. Okay, or I could wait for a pullback level to a resistance, maybe even further, maybe down here. Okay, you see resistance got broken and then turned into support. Price decided to continue upward. Okay, or if you guys are a futures trader, depending on whatever you're doing, could also trade a resistance above current price and wait for that to turn into support. Okay, until you see it cleanly happen, then go ahead and take it. Yeah. And we also have examples over here on Ethereum as well too, of support getting broken. Okay. And then being turned into resistance. Okay, so the support area right here, price decided to bounce up right here at this orange line. And then price decided to turn the support area into resistance. Okay, and then price went in the downwards direction. Okay, so sometimes break and retest can just be that simple, that clean. Once again, it's just about trusting the intelligence that God bless you with, being patient, not having anxiety. Talk to God about any anxiety that you're having. Okay, even if you have big bread in the market, lower your risk. Okay, get rich low, focus on the process, take your time. Even if you start getting profitable, catch your flow. Okay, consistently withdraw, put some money away for taxes, put some money in the stash, reinvest that money, okay, into longs and stuff like that if you'd like, and just be smart with your money. Okay, don't go blow it, don't go blow all the withdrawals, don't go over leveraging when you start getting a little win streak. Okay, be patient. All right, trust God. Don't overbear your account with too much stress, and don't overbear yourself with too much stress. Take it one trade, a couple trades at a time. All right, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Stay prayed about God, keep grinding, and stack mode on it for all trading education. Peace.